It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, but it's beginning to look a lot like 2016. Contenders everywhere you go. From governors to senators to secretaries of state, the whole world is running for president. That song made no sense, but it made sense because it didn't rhyme or it wasn't rhythmic, but it makes sense. Scott Walker has announced today that he is forming an exploratory committee to consider being the next president of the United States. Scott Walker, who in a speech to activists in Iowa last weekend drew strong reviews, has taken the first formal step towards a presidential run in 2016, establishing a committee that will help spread his message, underwrite his activities as he seeks to build his political and fundraising network in the months ahead. Walker filed papers just this week, and it's called the Our American Revival. Good church reference there for you. A new website for the organization was scheduled to go live. Is already live. You can check it out at ouramericanrevolution.com.org, I believe is the website. The steps comes after a busy week of pre-presidential events for Governor Scott Walker, the governor of Wisconsin, also notable for getting rid of collective bargaining. He's basically like the champion of destroying the worker, but I digress. He spoke at the Iowa Freedom Summit last week. He's also, spoke at a convening held by the Koch brothers and stopped over in Denver for some fundraising. This guy is really preparing to make a run to be president of the United States of America. Now think about what a Scott Walker win means, which is really the question. Mind you, this is going to be like a chain of fools. Let's just put that out there. Like Aretha Franklin was like, a chain. Hey, chain of fools. It's going to be like 10 of them. And they're all going to be fools. You have Jeb Bush, Mitt Romney, now Scott Walker. You have, what's his name? The neurosurgeon, that dude, him. You have, who else is in this hopper? Possibly Ted Cruz or Marco Rubio, maybe Rand Paul. Donald Trump is floating around there somewhere in the ethos, right? And these are just the ones who've announced. And they're all going to be running. And basically, what they want, America, what they're advocating for is a race to the bottom. This, like the GOP, the slogan should be race to the bottom 2016. Because what they want to do is they're going to do everything in their power to have a race to the bottom when it comes to education. Not a race to the top to improve standards, a race to the bottom. How can we make education as cheap as possible? Well, that's not true. They will have a race to the top when it comes to, funding private prisons, and a race to the top when it comes to cutting taxes for millionaires and billionaires. How many taxes can we cut and how fast can we do it, right? They're going to have a race to the bottom when it comes to workers' wages, but a race to the top when it comes to selling out American workers for foreign ones. I can go on and talk about this, but at the end of the day, this is bad news bears. That's all I got to say.